Hey guys, just want to show you a quick video. I was knitting something on my studio model 155. It's a bulky or chunky gauge knitting machine, but this works on standard as well. And I made a mistake. The carriage jammed. I'm not sure what I did, but I was able to fix the mistake by taking off the can't think of it. Oh, the sinker plate. Excuse me. So the sinker plate is off of my machine right now. And I don't want to have to start over. So with the sinker plate off, all I'm doing is I'm going to hold the yarn up against those gate pegs on the outside of the gate pegs closest to me. And I'm going to continue to knit this row that I made the mistake on. I'm going to try and do it with one hand while I hold the camera, but basically it's going to continue to knit even without the sinker plate in place. So I just want to show you what that looks like. Give me 1 second. Put the yarn on the side. So as you can see, I have the yarn right there in front of the gate pegs. The needles are kind of out ready to grab it. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that when you take off the sinker plate, you have to remove any jammed yarn, and then make sure that these needles right here that we're just about to knit off, make sure your yarn is going through them. So the yarn should go into a needle around the gate post, into another hook of a needle around the gate post, and continue to get captured in these hooks of the needles. So what I had to do is to make sure that everything was lined up properly and that the yarn was in all the hooks, because on some of them it wasn't in and I had to do it manually. Okay, so now that everything looks like it's going to catch properly, I'm just going to go ahead and move the carriage very gently, making sure that that yarn is staying in front of the gate posts and that all the latches are open. Okay, so right here, you see that? That latch is not open. That means that would have been a drop stitch right there. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to open that latch, and I'm going to put the yarn in it. Okay, so the yarn is there so I can get caught. Continue to pull the carriage across. And there we go. Everything knitted off. Oh, except that last stitch, which is no big deal. You want to knit that off, just push it out to hold. Make sure the loop is behind the latch. Take your yarn, put it in the hook. That latch is going to close. Then just pull it through. And then you have your knit. So as you can see, everything has knitted. All my needles are knitted. I don't have to start over. I haven't dropped a stitch. And all is right with the world. Now, all I have to do is put my sinker plate back on and then thread it back up. Make sure I don't get caught on anything. And I'm good to go. I can continue knitting. So, anytime you get a jam and you take off that sinker plate, it doesn't mean that you have to start over. See if you can make your way across that row, making sure that all of the needles have yarn in the hooks. Go slow and finish the row if you can. Bye.